to a state championship run through Hofstra. It's the New York State CHSAA title featuring the Bishop Timon Tigers and the Chaminade Flyers on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Catholic Health. And we welcome you courtside. He's Andrew DeLoya. I'm Jon Perez. Well, we're 32 minutes away from crowning a New York State champion, Andrew. And we'll start with the Bishop Timon Tigers, who come out of Western New York. They're out of Buffalo. They played last night against Monsignor McClancy, a 4-point victory. Meanwhile, on the other side for Chaminade, they haven't played in about 4 days, knocking off St. John the Baptist Tuesday night right here at Hofstra. So it's the old adage, fatigue versus getting some rest. Where do you stand? Here's Elliott, off to Gunther for the tie. Bullseye! Ricky Gunther drains it, and we're tied at 77. It's been the quarter of Boogie Fland. He's got 10 points, showing off the handles with 4 seconds. Fland lets it go and hits. Boogie Fland is turning Rose Hill into the Boogie Down Bronx as the Crusaders are flying, and they lead it by 12. And what can't Boogie Fland do? The future Wildcat. A little shake, rattle, roll, and a 3 in your face. Fall away Jay Kenjenski. Not that time.
Great rebound.
Home run pass up ahead. Clemens the jam. On the touchdown pass by Spinoso. Port's up 20. Here's Monsignor McClancy over the last couple of years, and they have not gotten here. It's been quite a while since they got past the quarterfinals. But you got to love the hot start that they're off to. An 8-point lead early on and just clicking so well, Oliver.
And that's credit to Coach Olszewski, because he's had to really instill a culture in this group and really work with this team to get them to this point where they believe they're playing hard and they think they can win this championship.
Olszewski, he graduated from McClancy in 2001. This is his 9th season as the head coach for the Crusaders, and he said he hasn't allowed himself to believe what it would be like to win a championship as a coach. He says it's always the next game, and It just so happens to be that this is the final. Jackson tees up a 3, air ball. Now, I'm going to call hogwash on that, Oliver. I know coaches and coach speak as always think for the next game, but come on, you got to have some daydreaming sessions. How about Rosales? He's thought about this as he cans another Crusader triple.
Hot start for McClancy. So Florida Prep's got to settle down and play some defense, get some stops.
They've got to get Ryan Jackson going. He's got the handles. Hooks a pass, Kapfer. Going with Werner, turns the shoulder and scores.
Perfect timing, he settled down. Got into the paint, didn't settle for the outside shot, and shows his great footwork, scoring ability.
Yeah, Brian Conway in our conversation said that his footwork has been elite, and that's why he's averaging 14.7 points a game. How about the Euro step? Will Gregory.
Strong finish by the senior veteran.
Gregory with 4 points in the first. 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. Urena and Jackson. There's James Rosales, the senior guard, all-league player, earns a trip to the free throw line.
I'm really liking his aggressiveness, John. He's locked in. He's putting a lot of pressure on the defense, and that confidence can only help you grow as the game goes.
Take another look, and you see, you got to love that confidence. Panarella called for the foul. Rosales, one of those players that Anthony Olszewski compares to Russ Smith with his reckless abandon, and said that he actually knew Russ Smith growing up in Queens. And
he was a bucket, so that's a great compliment, coach to player.
Of course, part of that national championship team at Louisville. He, Peyton Siva, Gorgie Deng. Crazy to believe that's 10 years ago.
Time flies, my friend.
Yeah. Intercepted, Rosales. Here's Rosales. A ridiculous finish for James Rosales. It's his quarter.
That turnover was a misplaced position pass and transition really quick. See how fast they change ends. And he's locked on the rim right now. This kid's trying to put up a big number today.
Well, Olszewski says that Rosales can score 10 points in a clip. He's got 7 of that 10 so far.
Yeah, you love that. That is called instant offense.
Ryan Jackson coughs it up. Justin Williams, who just checks in for McClancy, picks it up. Snapped ahead. Here's Rosales. Cross-swing pass. Gaston. Gaston and Jackson. What a fun matchup. Fall away. Yes, sir.
Hey, good defense, better offense. Tip your cap. That's a hell of a shot to make.
5 for the All-League selection. A 20-8 lead for McClancy. And Oliver, I don't think anybody saw this first quarter happening in the fashion that it's happened.
It's a heavyweight fight. The crowd is energized. McClancy's coming out throwing the first punch. Let's see if Fordham can respond.
Well, if you are the Rams and you're against the rope, what do you want to see defensively and for the final minute 10 in the first quarter?
Hey, just keep everybody in front. No easy open looks. See, right now this guy's too easy. He's got to the basket.
And one, Justin Williams.
You want to keep your offensive player in front of you. You want to move your feet. Don't want to foul. That time, a little miscommunication here on the handoff. Drive it to the basket. Where's the help defense? Too late. And one.
2 quick fouls on Charlie Panarella as he goes to the bench. Justin Williams seen as a savior coming up from the JV squad. He started the year at the lower level, but Olszewski said that the plan was always by the coaching staff to get him up for postseason basketball at the varsity level. Spoke to his parents, and before he even finished saying, hey, I'm bringing him up, they were like, yes, sir, whatever you need. Gaston, the denial. A fight for the loose rebound. Urena comes up with it. Here's Rosales, flips it up. It's his throw.
The acrobatic finish. How did that go in? Oh, my goodness. McClancy. They came to play.
James Rosales with 10 points in the opening quarter. Floater, that's good. Matt Capper gets 2 back, and final possession for McClancy.
Look at Coach jumping on the sideline. He's into it. You think these guys want to win?
4 seconds. Gaston, why not? Yes, sir! It's becoming the night of the Crusaders. Gaston hit it from Queens. And how about this acrobatic finish here as well? It's James Rosales' world, and we're just living in it. Second quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And we welcome you back to South Huntington as St. Anthony's and Chaminade locking horns here on a Thursday night. As we get ready for the starting lineups, let's take a look at the starting 5 for the Chaminade Flyers. Rob Anderson, and we talked about the 2 Dillons in the open. I thought the unsung hero, although he had 23 points, Cam Elliott was exceptional Tuesday night.
Yeah, Cam was singing. He was burying everything. That 3-point range was absolutely incredible. He found space. And then the other 2, you got Big Joe Naus pulling down rebounds. He put up some points as well. And then one of my favorite players to watch on this team, Richard Gunther. He's the energy bunny. He's out there moving around and getting things done, playing a great defensive game. It's a great starting 5 for Chaminade.
5 seniors on the Chaminade roster, 3 of them in the starting lineups. As Chaminade comes in at 16-6, 9-1 in conference play. So that's the Flyers. Let's meet the Friars. A little bit undermanned this evening, but either way, in a rivalry game, you never know what can happen. And with so much at stake, we'll take a look at the starting 5 for St. Anthony's. As it'll be Vu, Taylor, Ben Valentino, Tom Snyder, and Connor Maddox. And really love that 2 forward set.
Yeah, absolutely, John. 2 forwards up there. Like you said, Connor Mannix also averaging 9.6 a game. He's been one of their top scorers on this squad. Valentino, the guard, plays good two-way ball, able to get back defensively and contribute offensively. And then James Taylor Jr. averaging 7.8 points per game. He can contribute offensively as well. Hopefully it's enough to get through those injuries, and we'll see how St. Anthony's responds.
Yeah, it was going to be a game-time decision for Kevin Moore, who is dealing with a lower body injury. Spoke to the trainers, and he's good to go. A late switch for the Friars, as it will be Moore in the starting lineup wearing number 11. So a correction there for St. Anthony's, as good to have Moore back. And there you see Salagano, and certainly happy to have one of his guards, Kevin Moore, back, averaging 10.5 points a game. Yeah,
he's absolutely one of the most important players on this team, so it is nice to see him out there. And that also shows you, John, how important this game is to St. Anthony's. An injury like that's not going to slow them down today.
Chaminade in the road Reds and the Friars in the home Whites. Officials tonight, Kevin Harrigan, along with John Amato and Mark Oppenheimer, as St. Anthony's owns the opening tip. St. Anthony's has lost 4 of their last 5 to Chaminade, including the NSCH SAA final last year. That was the David DeBuscher show, and he led the way for the Flyers to capture their second straight NSCH SAA title. Do a reset on the clock, and
yeah, referee Harrington trying to figure it out at the table, get the clock set up, and see where we are. Looks like it'll be inbounded. Mannix going to get the ball for the Friars.
And so after the momentary pause, they took 7 seconds off the clock instead of the 3. So either way, St. Anthony's will start it off, and Snyder picked up to Vu. He's averaging 9.5 points a game, 16 points in the loss to St. Mary's. Floater, Kevin Moore, welcome back to the lineup as Kevin Moore gets the first bucket of the night.
Yeah, Moore doing a really nice job there, asserting his body on Kyle Dillon. Give him a little bump, let him know that he's there, and then drains the bucket, and the first on the scoreboard, St. Anthony's.
Meanwhile, Chaminade, they want to get Kyle Dillon going, upset at the rim. As Kyle stuffed again. Tough night, only 6 points in the win over SJB. And how about Nick Vu? What a start. 5-0 Friars out of the gate.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play by Kevin Moore to get that rebound and dish it out to Vu, and then Vava Vu puts up that 3 with ease. 5-0.
That's Devin Dillon, the senior, loses the handle, and St. Anthony's takes over.
Yeah, St. Anthony's looks like they're ready to go, coming out with a head full of steam.
Statistically, Chaminade the best offensive team in the league, but St. Anthony's doing a good job on the defensive stats. To the cup, it's Kevin Moore, and he sticks it. And Moore with his first 2 buckets, he's got 4 of the 7. As the Friars with a big lead early on.
And again, Moore really physical, getting to that net.
Elliott strokes into 3 and banks it in.
And that's what Cam Elliott was doing all night long on Tuesday night.
He's been averaging 19 points a game over his last 3. Taylor accelerates and puts it in. James Taylor, the junior out of Freeport, 11 points in the loss Tuesday night to St. Mary's. A great athlete. One of 3 two-sport athletes. He, Kevin Moore, and Xavier Bala all moonlight on the basketball team and playing for the football team. 1 and done for Chaminade. Kyle Dillon misfires.
Yeah, and it's going to be Connor Mannix bringing it the other way. Off to Moore. Moore now in possession, and they're slowing it down. I'm really impressed with the physicality of St. Anthony's right now.
Errant pass. Snyder scoops it up. Finds Vu, cuts to the basket, and scores.
And they are on fire, and look at Vu get back defensively right after that bucket.
Vu with 5 of the 11, and it's Elliott. Picked up by Moore. Devin Dillon attacks, walled off, flips it. Nouse, catch and shoot. Off the mark. Offensive rebound, Kyle Dillon. Frees up Elliott on a 3, bingo.
Man, Mr. Automatic over there. Cam Elliott and nothing but net twice on those threes.
You know what's interesting about Elliott? There's so many players that get off to a late start. Elliott is the opposite. Meanwhile, Taylor knocks it in.
They are trading them over here. St. Anthony's, again, just asserting their physicality, hitting 2 threes so far. It's an incredible effort by the Friars.
Elliott, another one? No, sir. Off the mark and cleaned up by the Friars. My point on Elliott was he had 3 threes in the first quarter against St. John the Baptist and then didn't continue to light up the stat sheet till the fourth quarter. Fall away jumper by Connor Mannix, no good. And out of bounds, and we'll stay with St. Anthony's, 34 to shoot.
You know, one of the questions that you always ask yourself, too, when a team clinches, are they getting comfortable? Do they have the same drive? They know they got to save something for the playoffs.
Hook shot by Tom Snyder. Chaminad's seen enough.
And it's a full timeout. Feeney taking a full.
St. Anthony's leads it 16-6 over Chaminade. What a start for St. Anthony's.